Yeah, baby. We did it. This is how we say good job.
Upon finishing Pragmata, I came to the realization that I had just finished something special. Pragmata features a lot of familiar tropes to help ease you into the experience, but also features a lot of unique qualities that make it stand on its own. Pragmata is singular, Pragmata is different, and Pragmata continues to show that Capcom are at the top of their game, delivering something that wouldn't feel out of place on the PS2, but utilizing current gen hardware to maximize the package, and yeah, it's pretty sick. It was first shown at the PS5 launch event in 2020, being dubbed as Capcom's first new IP in 8 years, since the release of Dragon's Dogma. However, due to a series of unforeseen circumstances, the game took a little longer than expected, and is now Capcom's newest IP in 2 years, since Kinetsugami. Wow, game development is difficult! But now it is here. It's great, and I want to talk about it. Break down the story, the mechanics, the art direction, and just how cool the RE engine is. Wait, this game takes place on the moon. Capcom claims the RE engine stands for Reach for the Moon engine. Oh my god, it can have multiple meanings! As the game opens, we arrive at a lunar base called the Cradle. Communications have been cut off, so the Delphi Corporation have sent a team to see what's going on, and we play as one of the members of this team, named Hugh. We soon discover that nobody is around, and the place is seemingly empty. So naturally, things go from bad to worse, and we lose our entire team very quickly, and are now alone on this space station. An AI named Edis that controls the worker robots has gone berserk and is trying to get rid of us for reasons? However, we won't be alone on this adventure, as we awaken to find this young girl by our side. And I know what you're thinking. Wow, in 2026, another escort game with a dad/daughter relationship? You're gonna try and Bioshock Infinite me with some Booker Catch nonsense? Seriously, why do we keep...
Overdrive protocol initiated.
Okay, maybe it's time I talk about the gameplay. So as Hugh, you will have all the things you would assume you would have in a game of this style. It's a gun, we use a gun. This gun has unlimited ammo, but will have a built-in cooldown timer, so you can't just continuously shoot. While on cooldown, you can use more powerful weapons like shotguns and pulse cannons. But most of these weapons don't have a lot of ammo, so you should use them sparingly. Now, due to Hugh's spacesuit, he also has these thrusters, which can be used to dart around enemies if you're pinned down, or you can hover to out-of-reach places in order to find collectibles and such. So yeah, this is basically sci-fi RE4. Please take a shot for every time I mention RE4 in a video, please. But what separates this game on a mechanical level from its contemporaries? Well, that answer is the young girl that is following Hugh for the ride. What is her name again?
Diana?
Diana!
Now, if it wasn't clear, Diana isn't human. She is a highly advanced robot, otherwise known as a Pragmata. And when in combat, Hugh's weapons actually do very minimal damage to the enemies we face. We need to find a way to bypass their defense systems so we can really get our hits in. And with the help of Diana, we can do that. She has the ability to hack any enemy we come across and drop their defenses for Hugh to take them out. And a gameplay that looks like a mini version of the pipe puzzles from Bioshock. I can't believe I mentioned Bioshock twice in this video now. Now on the surface this looks pretty simple, but when you do hack into these enemies, time doesn't slow down. You have to do this on the fly while these enemies are coming at you, which can lead to some pretty overwhelming moments, especially as the game introduces newer enemy types deeper into the game. Taking this formulaic third-person shooting and this rather simplistic puzzle game and merging them into the same gameplay is a really novel idea, and I can't recall any other game that has done this, and it works really well. I got used to it pretty quickly and it felt so seamless. Also, there is a free demo on literally every platform, so I'd recommend giving it a shot to see what you think of Pragmata's unique gameplay. I'm also so happy that this wasn't made during the Wii U era. Okay, so imagine having to fucking look away from the screen in an action game to solve a puzzle on the fucking tablet while the action is still happening on the other screen. I mean, does that sound like a fun idea, Mr. Miyamoto-san? The Cradle is a very fun place to explore. Plenty of secrets are hidden among each level, and it's great to uncover what has happened in this place. Each sector has a very unique look and feel from one another, and really made each sector stand out in different ways for me. The opening sector has a very clean sci-fi look, reminiscent of something out of Vanquish or Binary Domain. In the Cradle, the Delphi Corporation have discovered a new material that has allowed them to advance 3D printing to mass scale, utilizing a material called lunar filament. I love sci-fi jargon. Silly sci-fi terms aside, this allows each level to have its own flair, with the second sector being a facsimile of New York. And arriving here for the first time was just jaw-dropping. The amount of detail that has gone into the street is amazing. The lights, the shops, it all feels so believable and is really fun to explore. The next section is the Terradome, which is now overgrown and feels more like a forest than a space station. The diversity in environments was really refreshing and honestly kept the game from feeling visually stale. And yes, at one point you do get to go out and explore the surface of the moon, which affects your movement due to the, you know, the gravity. But the main thing that pulls you through this game is the dynamic between Hugh and Diana. Now again, you're probably thinking, is this another sad dad game? You know, the characters don't get along at first, having to find some common ground and by the end of the game, fully step into the father role, pushing past the trauma and realizing that, yeah, I'm a dad now. Well, not exactly. This is absolutely 100% a dad game, but it isn't following the same path as the others. Diana, being a highly sophisticated and new type of Pragmata, is still learning about the world and how it works. Hugh gladly takes the chance to tell her about all the things that make life worth living, passing on lessons he has learned in his life, and it's great to see both characters learn from each other. And you know, it's nice that Hugh doesn't have to be a mopey asshole to get that point across. Finding these moments of calm just to hang out and talk about the little moments really help bring these characters closer together. It is simple, but it is done so earnestly and feels so genuine, you can't help but take the time to hear Diana ask another question about whatever is on her mind. The journey of Hugh and Diana, trying to discover what has happened to the cradle and to try and make it back to Earth, is a great one. And this is the part of the video where I'm going to show some endgame stuff. Like I'm not going to spoil like the whole thing, but I think it's important to, like, if this video has interested you in any way, to please go and just play the fucking game. So there is another Pragmata on the cradle named 8, and to cut a long story short, let's just say that she might be the epic anime villain that you fight at the end of the game. For the next section, Hugh is trying to repair Diana, and Hugh has to take on this boss by himself. Going through this alone makes you realize just how much you rely on each other, and how we need Diana to get through this adventure. And that is some eco level shit. Please take a shot every time I mention eco in any of my videos. I promise one day I will make a big video about it. Going through this adventure together, exploring the cradle, learning the truth of what happened, fighting together, taking on bosses, which by the way, they're all great, incredible spectacle and really pushes you to the limit, and ultimately becoming a family. It's great, and has made Pragmata an unforgettable experience for me. And yeah, I know I haven't talked about everything, but when a AAA studio makes a new AAA game that is so genuine in what it is trying to do and succeeds in so many aspects, I'm going to champion that. I'm going to scream it from the rooftops. Go buy this game. Support it. And this will show every other company that is obsessed with chasing what is popular and trying to milk the player for everything they are worth, that sometimes, if you reach for the moon, you might just find something special.